Good evening. The era of 5-year plans is gone. So now the newly constituted body, that is NITI Aayog, that replaced Planning Commission, has designed for 3-year action plan agenda. So now whatever the 12th plan we have, that was ended in the year 2017. So from 2017 onwards, so we are going to have this 3-year plan. So what exactly is that? Before going into the details, let me tell you a few points. All these years in India, there was a body called Planning Commission. That Planning Commission was constituted in the year 1950, and the basic agenda of the Planning Commission is to prepare the plans for socio-economic development of the country. Accordingly, the Planning Commission has suggested various 5-year plans in India, and the first 5-year plan started in the year 1951, and it continued for longer periods, and we have seen so far 12 5-year plans in India. Of course, in between, there were 2 annual plan periods and 1 rolling plan period. And all these details I already told you so during the discussion on planning in India. So, but later what happened after the new government came to the power, the existing Planning Commission was abolished, and in its place from January 1st, 2015 onwards, a new body called NITI Aayog has been created. And since its inception, NITI Aayog is playing very crucial role. So with respect to the economic development, the progress of the nation. So now, if you look at the 5-year plan, 12th 5-year plan, that started in the year 2012, came to an end by March 31st, 2017. As you all know, our 5-year plans begin. So from the date is calculated from April 1st, that is a financial year. So after that, what next? So there is no 5-year plan after that. But the newly constituted body has designed for 3-year plan, and that has come into the picture. And starting from the year 2017-18, it is continued up to 2019 and 20. Meaning, let me say 2017, April 1st, it will continue up to March 31st, 2020. So meaning, so the so-called, it is a complete 3 years. So this is after that, whether 3-year plans will be there or not, that will be decided by NITI Aayog and the government. But the clear indications are that, so once this 3 years plan, action plan agenda is over, NITI Aayog is planning for 15 years of a vision. All these years we had vision for the coming 5 years. So, but now it may be going to be a 15 years vision, which is going to be really helpful to the nation with respect to the long-term goals. That is the reason why the goals are long-term, but the goals, the targets, what we are planning for every action, every plan. So you need to implement it very effectively. If the implementation is not effective, the policies will not be successful. That is the reason why there is a general saying that effectiveness of a policy lies in its implementation. That is the reason why even today also critics say that whatever the plans that were designed by Planning Commission previously, had those plans were implemented properly and effectively, Indian economic condition could have been much better. Of course, there were so many loopholes. So in order to rectify that, in order to bridge the gaps, the Planning Commission has been completely abolished, and we have a new body called NITI Aayog, right? And with respect to the fact that NITI Aayog is headed by the Prime Minister, meaning the chairman of NITI Aayog is the Prime Minister. With respect to this coming 3 years plan, this plan agenda, the finance minister made it very clear. Of course, the document has been released, 3 years plan agenda, 211 pages. It was released after releasing the second economic survey. Now, this document says very clearly that whatever the demonetization that was done last year, that is going to give a one-time boost to the revenue for the government. Lots of black money has come out, and in various formats that was deposited in various banks. and the government has complete information now. So they are going to be taxed, and that will be a huge revenue for government. Not every year, it's only one time revenue. But otherwise, whatever the GST, goods and services tax, that was implemented from July 1st, 2017 onwards, that is going to first year maybe, this is a revenue neutral in the sense there may not be a big surge with respect to the income to the government, but the indications are very clear. The GST collections are increasing like anything. And the evasion of the GST has been closed from various corners. That is the reason why people are getting registered and people are paying the GST, and the revenues are increasing. But the anticipation by this particular plan is that it may be revenue neutral, in the sense there will not be much increase in the revenue in the first year, but gradually what happens, the revenue will increase to the government. So more GST will be paid and the money will be coming to the government, and the government will have huge money at its disposal, and the money can be utilized for the developmental activities. Clear? Next point is that in the coming 3 years, every 5 year plan had one, this priority area. In a similar manner, the priority area for this 3 year plan is the social sector. Social sector, where government is planning to concentrate more on education and health. And it's a known fact that until and unless the health is not good in the country, it will not be supportive for the economic development. First of all, health has to be good, so various measures must be taken. That is the reason why government is going to spend a huge amount on this health sector. On the other side, when it comes to education improves the knowledge, education improves the skills of the persons. That is the reason why education plays an exceptional role with respect to economic development of the nation. So to achieve that one, you need to invest now. That's the reason why in the coming 3 years, these two are considered to be priority sectors, high priority sectors. Clear? And at the same time, every time what is happening, out of the total expenditure that is spent by the government, 47% is being spent for non-developmental revenue expenditure. I'll tell you what is the meaning of non-developmental revenue expenditure. 47% is being spent on that. Now, in the coming 3 years, the government is planning to reduce that to 41%, so that you are saving 9%, and the 9% can be utilized for the other sectors which are, contributing for the economic development. Non-developmental expenditure is nothing but it is the expenditure incurred by the government, but that is not useful for the economic development. Development expenditure is the expenditure that is spent by the government that is benefited for the economic development. Am I clear? I'll show you the examples after some time. So this is the basic idea. So with respect to NITI Aayog and the 3-year action plan agenda, starting from 2017 to 2020. So now let me tell you one more thing is that the structure of a planning commission is not reflecting here. It is because chief ministers of the states were not included in the planning commission, but every chief minister today is a member in the NITI Aayog. So this is considered to be bottom approach plan. So meaning starting from the ground realities. So that is what, even the former vice chairman of NITI Aayog and the current vice chairman of NITI Aayog both have expressed the same view, that until and unless you realize the ground realities, achieving the development is not possible in the country. Right? So obviously, at the end of the day, what you should do, you should concentrate on more employment generation. Look at the population, huge population is there in the country, but many are unemployed. And of course, there is another problem with respect to Indian economic system, that is underemployment. And this vice chairman said that underemployment is more serious problem when compared to unemployment. What is the meaning of that? I'm going to tell you after some time. So before that, I would like to show you the document. So whatever I am going to talk to you now, or already spoke to you now, which is very, 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 very important for any forthcoming examination, right? So stay tuned. Document. Look at this. So 2017-18, already you know this, 2017-18 means I am referring to a financial year which starts on April 1st and ends on March 31st. NITI Aayog 3-year action plan agenda replaced the erstwhile 5-year plans. Previously, 5-year plans were there, which were designed by the Planning Commission. Now, there are no 5-year plans, there is no Planning Commission. Entire new system has been come into the picture. And 211-page document was released by the Finance Minister, and the document is saying that the reforms in the taxation policy and administration will further reduce tax evasion and expand the tax base. So what is the meaning of this? Previously, there were so many loopholes in the taxation system where the people used to evade the taxes. Right, they used to search for the ways and means. How can you evade the tax? But paying the tax is considered to be one of the most important duty of every citizen. If a person is coming under the clutches of the tax, you have to pay completely. If you're trying to evade, you are going against the spirit of the Constitution of India, right? That is the reason why if everybody is paying the taxes, government will have huge money with it, and that money can be utilized for the development of the nation, and the developmental fruits must be reaching the underprivileged, downtrodden sections of the society. So this is the basic concept. But without realizing this one, neither the government nor the people, nor the business people, they were not serious in paying the taxes. But now, of course, technology is coming, is playing a very crucial role with respect to this taxation system now, and evasion can be reduced very drastically. Of course, some people may find their own routes. That's a different thing. But over a period of time, what is happening? Government is going to tighten up all the things. It becomes very difficult for the people to evade taxes. Right? Next, look at the document, please. According to this document, the GST will increase the indirect tax at least by 5% annually. Good. It may be revenue neutral in the first year, and demonetization would give one-time boost to the direct tax revenue. What is this? I have explained you just now. And this 3 years plan will stress on, look at this, higher expenditure in high priority sectors like education and health. Strong program for rural transformation to double the income of the farmers by the year 2020. It's really a good program. Hopefully, India will achieve all these things by the year that is targeted. Under the proposed agenda, the share of non-developmental revenue expenditure in the total expenditure would be declining from 47%. 47% we have calculated as per 2015 and 16. It is going to be reduced to 41% by the year 2019 and 20, right? So at the same time, the share of the capital expenditure, which is more likely to promote the development, will be raising significantly. Obviously, what is happening? You are reducing the non-developmental revenue expenditure, right? And whatever you are saving there, that can be spent for capital expenditure, and that will promote the development of the economy. That leads to development of the nation. Look at this. So two things I have given here. Just read this. What is development expenditure? Development expenditure refers to the expenditure of the government which helps in economic development by increasing the production and the real income of the country. Is that okay? That is a developmental expenditure. Some people call it productive expenditure because it helps in increasing the production and productivity of the economy. Right? So now you are coming to this non-development expenditure. I told you already, along with the examples, you may have a look at here. This is the expenditure of the government, which does not directly, look at the words very clearly, please, which does not directly help in economic development of the country. Meaning you are spending money. You are spending money that is not leading to the direct help in economic development. What are the cost of collection of the taxes? So while you are collecting the taxes, you are spending the money, right? Cost of audit, you are printing the notes, internal law and order, expenditure and defense, you're all spending this. But this is not directly contributing. Of course, whatever you are looking at the screen, every aspect is important for the nation, but you cannot evade, you cannot escape from that. You have to spend money in those areas, but the point is that whether this expenditure is directly helping the economic development or not. Answer is no. Because it is not directly helping, this is called non-development expenditure. Kindly remember, my dear close friends, this is important, but not directly leading to the economic development. But otherwise, money is being spent for various purposes, which is also equally important for the nation. And this is called non-development expenditure. So pension to retired government employees, non-developmental assistance to this states, they are all included in this category. Next, look at this. The former vice chairman of NITI Aayog, so he said that underemployment is a more serious problem than employment. What is the difference between these two? More. 1 second. Right. So now, if you look at this very clearly, underemployment is nothing but the people who are getting the employment. So, but they are not getting an opportunity to work to their best capacity. That is called underemployment. So, like so an engineer who finished this engineering BTech or MTech something is working as a this typist or computer operator. So that is called underemployment, and that is becoming more serious problem in India. Is that okay? And how do you define unemployment? Unemployment is a situation where the desiring people, aspiring people, looking for a job for a remuneration, but unable to find employment, that is called unemployment. Is that okay? Underemployment is not unemployment. Underemployment is employment, right? So people got the job, they're earning something, but they are not happy with the job that they are doing. Obviously, what happens? So when you are not happy with the job that you are performing, the productivity is not up to the mark, because with half-heartedness a person is working, which is not at all good. Okay, so this is what is said by Arvind Panagaria. Look at this. Look at this. The action plan has replaced the 5-year plans of erstwhile planning commission and would be soon followed by a 15-year vision document and a 7-year strategy document. So we need to wait for this. This 3-year action plan agenda is going to be followed by 15-year vision document. And kindly look at this. NITI Aayog current vice chairman, as I told you in the previous class also, current vice chairman is Rajiv Kumar, an economist, and Prime Minister, you can remember this very easily, he's the ex officio chairman of Planning Commission. Okay. See, from November 1st onwards, we are going to start public administration optional for civil services, and these classes are meant for next year, the people who are writing the exam in 2018. And for this purpose, I am going to give a seminar today, sometime later, and all the interested candidates, please watch that particular video, and I'm going to tell you the this route map with respect to this, why public administration is important, So various points how to prepare optional with public administration, prepare for IAS with optional public administration. All these things I am going to tell you so in a short period, so that will be there in a separate video. Fine. So I thank you so much for being with me this evening. I'll see you in the next class. Till then, I wish you all a very, very, very good luck. Thank you so much. Good night.